Hi students, welcome to Sri Chaitanya e-classes and welcome to Botany second year third session. Okay, now we are in a transporting plants chapter. This is the uh, so it is the most important physical process, and it is a very special type of diffusion mainly seen only in the solvent molecules, right? Which means plant cells possess a rigid tough cell wall. This is a plant cell. It possesses a rigid tough cell wall. These cell walls allow all the substances from out to inside. Hence, it is not a physical barrier, right? It allows all the substances. When we see the inside the cell wall, what is present? Plasma membrane is present. The plasma membrane acts as a semi-permeable membrane here. Okay, cell wall allow all the substances. Thus, it is not a barrier, but the plasma membrane allows only few molecules. So, it is the semi-permeable membrane. Whereas selectively permeable membranes are those are the carrier proteins. They allow only selective molecules. But in this special type of diffusion, only solvent molecules are allowed to in, which means the movement of water molecules takes place from out to inside through the plasma membrane. We can define the osmosis like this: the movement of solvent molecules from the region of lower concentration to the region of higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane is known as a osmosis. Osmosis can be demonstrated by Kiesel funnel experiment or potato osmoscope experiment. Okay, right. Before that, it is a plant cell. The plant cells are usually consist of what? A big size centrally located vacuole. This vacuole contains tonoplasm. This is tonoplasm. The tonoplasm contributes the size of the particular plant cell. What is size? We already learned about the size in the last session. Okay. The tonoplasm of the plant cells, size contributes to plant cell. Tonoplasm consists of many particles are suspended in this, and many ions are dissolved in the tonoplasm. Many byproducts are present, and anthocyans like pigments are present. Thus, the tonoplasm possesses solute potential, which contribute to the solute potential of a cell. Right? Yes. Next, in plant cells, the cell membrane and tonoplast. Here, this is the cell membrane, and this is the tonoplast. Together, all the determinants of these two are the together determinants of movement of molecules from out to in or into out. What are those? In the plant cell, the cell membrane as well as the tonoplast. It is the membrane around the vacuole. Together are very important to determinants of the movement of molecules from out to in and into out. Okay, according to the thermodynamics, the flow of energy is always takes place from the region of higher energy and to the region of what? Low energy. Yes, these we compare with the help of a beaker containing pure water or distilled water here, and this is a thistle funnel. This is the thistle funnel. This thistle funnel is filled with a salt or sugar solution. The salts or sugar solution contain what? Solutes. Many solutes are present here. If solutes are present here, its concentration is automatically high concentration. When compared to the water molecules present in the pure water, here the concentration is low. Right? And the molecules move, water molecules or the solid molecules move from beaker into the thistle funnel. Right? Through a semi-permeable membrane, that is called what? Osmosis. Osmosis means the movement of water molecules or the solvent molecules from the region of a low concentration to the region of a higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane is known as an osmosis. Or the movement of water molecules from the region of a high psi value, here high psi W, to the region of a what? Low psi value through semi-permeable membrane is also known as a osmosis. I am going to define symbolically, right? Higher psi W or high free energy or low solute concentration, from where to low psi W or low free energy or higher solute concentration through semi-permeable membrane. This is also osmosis. Osmosis can be defined it is the movement of water or the solid molecules from the region of a high psi W to the low psi value, or from the region of a higher free energy to the region of a low free energy, or from the region of a low solute concentration to the region of higher solute concentration. It is also called dilute solution to the region of a concentrated solution. The osmosis can be explained by the two methods. Those are thistle funnel experiment and Pareto osmoscope experiment. In this thistle funnel, half of the funnel is filled with salt or salt solution or sugar solution, and the beaker, which is half of the beaker, is filled with the pure water. This thistle funnel is upside down placed. Its mouth is covered with the egg membrane or plasma membrane, right? And this thistle funnel is inversely, upside down placed in a pure water. After a certain period of time, the water molecules means the movement of water molecules favor from the region of where pure water to the region of a concentrated salt solution. Through semi-permeable membrane. It is known as what? Osmosis. A pressure can be applied from upper part of the thistle funnel. Now I am going to apply an external pressure from the upper part of the thistle funnel. Here, when a pressure can be applied from the upper part of the thistle funnel such that no water molecules diffuses into the thistle funnel. No water molecules are diffuses into the thistle funnel. Right? A pressure is created in the thistle funnel. Now this pressure is called as an OP, means osmotic pressure. Okay, osmotic pressure, which is nothing but what? It is nothing but a pressure is used to stop the osmosis. A pressure is used to stop the osmosis is known as a what? Osmotic pressure. It is denoted by OP, where OP is osmotic pressure. This solution, the concentrated solution contain psi S means solute potential means osmotic. This is osmotic pressure. It is osmotic potential. Osmotic potential. As we know that osmotic potential means the magnitude of lowering water potential due to the dissolution of like solute particles to the water is known as a solute potential. Solute potential, okay. The magnitude of decrease this side W due to the dissolution of solutes to the water is known as a solute potential. Okay, it is also called osmotic potential. These two are the osmotic potential and osmotic pressure. These two are equal in their forces. OP and psi S are equal in their forces, but they are differ or opposite in their signs. Means the OP is always positive, whereas psi S is always negative. Psi S is always negative. Right? The main driving force for osmosis is chemical potential and free energy difference. Free energy difference between two systems, where the system is one system is a pure water and another one is a concentrated solution. Right? Once again, I am repeating the osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water or the solvent molecules from the region of lower concentration to the region of higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane is known as osmosis. It can be demonstrated by the two experiments, that is potato osmoscope experiment and Thiessen funnel experiment. In potato osmoscope experiment, we used to make a soil cavity on the upper part of potato, okay, and we used to plant the lower part of potato. Those potato are placed in the pure water, okay. The potato soil cavity filled with the same salt solution or sugar solution, and we place in the potato or the Thiessen funnel in pure water. After a certain period of time, the water diffuses into Thiessen funnel or potato cube. Due to the here free energy difference and the chemical potential difference or the psi value differences. Okay, here the water moves from here to here because of a special diffusion, that is osmosis. After a certain period of time, the level of the solution rises in the Thiessen funnel is due to the inward movement of water molecules from beaker into the Thiessen funnel. When an external pressure can be applied from the upper part of the Thiessen funnel, it is used to stop the osmosis. Right? When we use the external pressure from upper part, such that no water diffuses into the Thiessen funnel from beaker. This is okay. This is the pressure which is used to stop the osmosis is known as osmotic pressure. Where it is the OP, the concentrated solution contains psi S means osmotic potential. These two are equal in their forces, but they are different in their signs. Those are OP is always positive and psi S is always negative. Okay. The main driving force for osmosis is chemical potential difference and free energy difference between the two systems. Plants absorb water by a process called diffusion. The soil water contain high salinity. Means soil water is a pure water, that is a capillary water, when compared to the water present in the root hairs. In the root hairs, the concentration is more when compared to the water which is present in the soil. Thus, the soil water enters into the root hair by a process called osmosis. Okay, plants absorb water by a process called osmosis. Right, this is about osmosis. The next topic is plasmolysis. Before going to understand plasmolysis, we need to know about three types of solutions. Those are isotonic, hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution. Yes, I am going to take three plant cells and I used to keep these three plant cells in the three beakers. It is the external solution to the plant cell, and this is the plant cell here. The concentration of protoplasm equal to the concentration of external solution. Okay, here the two concentrations are equal. Such type of solution is known as isotonic. When the concentration of protoplasm is higher than that of the concentration of the external solution, it is known as a hypotonic. Here, the concentration is high when compared to the external solution. Here, the concentration is what? Low. Such type of solution known as what? Hypotonic solution. When we place the plant cell in this, the water movement takes place from out to inside. This is called what? Endosmosis takes place. Endosmosis. And the next step. Thus, the plant cell swells slightly. And there is a significant change, but not a complete change in its structure. The plant cell swells slightly. Such type of swelling cell is known as what? Turgid cell. Turgid cell. Thus, the cells increase volumetrically slightly when a plant cell is kept in the hypotonic solution. Hypotonic means the external solution concentration is low when compared to the cytoplasm, concentration of cytoplasm. And when it comes to here, when a plant cell is kept in a hypertonic solution, which means the concentration of external solution is more than that of the concentration of cytoplasm or protoplasm. Here, the concentration is low. Here, the concentration is what? High. Higher concentration. The movement of water favors from where to where here? From in to outside. From in to out. Like this. Okay? In this condition, the plant cells undergo a process called plasmolysis. Plasmolysis. Right? Yes, now we are going to understand about the plasmolysis. plasmolysis. This is a beaker which contains hypertonic solution. When a plant cell is kept in the hypertonic solution, this is the plasma membrane in this plant cell, and this is the vacuole, tonoplasm, tonoplast. The movement of water takes place initially from cytoplasm and then from tonoplasm. The water loss takes place initially from cytoplasm and then from tonoplasm, from in to outside. In the next case, after a certain period of time, the plant cells exhibit a visible separation of plasma membrane from its corners, like this. A visible separation of plasma membrane takes place from its corners. Again, due to water loss from the protoplasm and tonoplasm, they exhibit like this structure. This stage is known as incipient plasmolysis. Incipient plasmolysis. Plasmolysis cell. When these cells are kept in the same solution for longer time, almost all water is moved out by exosmosis from into outside external solution. The cells exhibit, the protoplasm exhibit what? Shrinkage, complete shrinkage. Here the protoplasm completely shows the shrinkage like this. What is present inside this? A little bit amount of water and as well as many ions. What is present? Only Silicate is present. So the potential is present here. Almost all the water is lost from the cells into external concentrated hypertonic solution. So this is known as a plasmolysed cell. Completely plasmolysed cell. Okay. Yes, plasmolysis. When a plant cell is kept in a hypertonic solution, okay, a visible separation of plasma membrane from the cell wall takes place initially from its corners, known as incipient plasmolysis. When these cells are kept a longer time in the same solution, again almost all the water is lost from the cells into the external hypertonic solution, again, and finally leads to the formation of shrinkage of a protoplast. Here the protoplast completely shrinkage. Right? Such type of cells are plasmolyzed cells. When these cells are immediately, when the plasmolyzed cells are immediately placed in the hypotonic solution, these plant cells regain its water loss and they come to its original shape. This is called as a reverse plasmolysis, means also called as a deplasmolysis. Right? As this is about plasmolysis. The practical examples of plasmolysis, when we making the curry, pickles, jams and jellies. Okay, addition of sugars. The addition of sugars to the jams and jellies. The jams and jellies, they are preserved longer time because of they added by the sugars. And next, salting of pickles. The salting of pickles Salt is added to the pickles to avoid the spoilage of bacterial and fungal pathogens. Many bacterial fungal spores are present on the pickles and food substances. Those are killed by the addition of high concentrated salt. This salt contains high concentration, thus it acts as a hypertonic solution. Again, they may kill the spores and of bacteria and fungi. Thus, they protect the pickles. And next, preservation of meat and fishes is also one of the practical example of plasmolysis. Okay, right. Our next topic is imbibition. Imbibition. Imbibition means absorption of water by hydrophilic colloids.